I pray that you would bless our businesses and that you would bless Tiffany and Ashley, our leaders, and that we would just go forth and share you with everyone that we come in contact with. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
All right, guys, so I just wanted to have an official team meeting and get everybody together in one place, as many of us as possible. I'm so excited to have all of you on my team, and I feel like things are just really going crazy. We are exploding, and I knew it was coming, but I'm so excited today and this week that I just see so much growth. So me and Ashley got together and came up with a little plan. We're not going to take up a lot of your time, but Ashley's going to go over a few things, and then I'm going to go over a few things, and then we will be done. So Ashley, I will let you go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Everyone can hear me, right? Okay, good. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I know, Jenny, your mom just signed up. Where'd you go? If you can turn your video on, I love having your video on. So first of all, I want to welcome you because you are our newest ambassador on my team and on the Pink Ladies team. So that's exciting. You guys all probably know, I don't know who the phone number is, but you probably all know that my name is Ashley Potter. I'm in your upline. So anyway, that being said, if you should be on my team page. If you're not, you need to get on there. And I am here to help you. I'm here to inspire you and answer your questions and help you with whatever. Obviously, you have there's someone in between us. It might be Tiffany, it might be Lynn, it might be anyone else on this call. I don't know. And so you can ask them, but we're all fairly new. We're still figuring things out. And so if they don't know, then we just work up the chain. But I am here to help you. I'm excited for all of you. Your team is, I'll be honest, your team is my strongest leg, which is really exciting. So I'm really excited. You guys are on fire. You guys are adding people like crazy. So I'm just really, really excited about that. So I want to give you, I don't know how long all of you have been with the company. I feel like you're all fairly new. And we're all still learning, like I said. So what I wanted to give you tonight was not anything too intense, not anything really in-depth, but I wanted to give you just some pointers on your first 30 days with Plexus. And if I'm going through this list and these are things that you haven't done yet, then, you know, now would be a good time to get on these things. I feel like these are things that are important from right out the gate to just get started with and know how to do. And then I feel like most of these things are things that we should be doing every 30 days. We should always be evaluating these things and looking at them every 30 days saying, are these things that I'm doing? Are these things that I know and understand with my business? So the first thing I would say when you sign up with Plexus is to explore your back office. As soon as you get that email, congratulations, you are a Plexus ambassador, and it has your login information. You need to know your login information. I cannot count the number of times that somebody has needed to change something or look at something and they don't even know how to get into their own back office. So if you don't know that right now, you need to know that. Get that information, write it down, have it somewhere where you can find it, and understand how the back office works. When you sign into your back office, there's going to be a tab up at the top that says training. And a lot of times it's when you first log in, it has these videos available for you to watch. If you have not watched those videos, watch those videos and they go over with you where to find different things, how to understand, you know, just where to find the information that you're going to need as you build your business. Those are your reports. Those are where your customer information is. It has the phone numbers of your team. It's good information and you need to know where to find it. Okay. I'm going to mute everybody real quick. We're getting some feedback. Okay. You guys can still hear me though, right? Okay. All right. The second thing after you figure out your back office is to make your first Facebook post. If you've not posted on Facebook yet and let your friends know that you're doing Plexus, that's definitely something that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to invite people to go on this journey with you. So I usually say, you know, instead of telling people they need to join your team, say, I want you to do this with me. I just joined Plexus. It's a health and wellness company. We have some amazing products and we have an awesome business opportunity. I would love for my friends to do this with me. That's a good way just to make an initial post and let people know what you're doing. It seems odd if you just randomly start posting before and afters and testimonials and you never really said what you were doing. So make a post. Some of you may have done that, but then as you go on in your business, you're going to want to post every single day. You're going to want to post every single day, probably 3 to 5 times a day about Plexus. And you're going to want to post smart. So what does that mean? That means don't use canned graphics. People scroll right by that stuff. If it looks salesy, if it looks like you're trying to grab someone's attention with some kind of, crazy looking graphic, they're not going to read that. You want to post smart. You want to post before and after pictures that you put a personal touch on. You say, wow, look at my friend Tiffany and her breast milk success story. And I cannot believe how exciting that is. You want to make it personal. You want to put a personal touch on every single thing that you post. And post smart. So we have more information on that. The Slim Sisters, they're also in your upline. They just did a call about social media, all about social media. And so you can go watch that and take notes. By the way, I would suggest that you take notes whenever we do these kind of calls, because we don't just do these for fun. We want you to retain this information. We want you to remember it and, look over your notes and know all this kind of stuff. So you want to post smart. There's that video all about social media, and you can go watch that and get a lot of good information. They obviously know what they're doing, so that's a good place to start learning how to do social media. I'm not going to get into all of it right now because we could literally talk for 3 days about how to work your business through social media. Okay, so the third thing I would say that you need to do is to start making your list. So we're already talking about Facebook. You're already on Facebook all the time. You can go through your friends list and use that as your list. You can start writing people down that you think would be good, and just start making that list. But I would encourage you not to start contacting those people right away. Now, this is probably something you've not heard before. Usually people say, make your list and get started contacting those people. And I do agree to an extent, but I would encourage you to start with your inner circle. Who are those people that love you, that want to know what's going on when something, you didn't miss much, Jenny. I just said to make your first Facebook post and post daily, which you're doing, and to post smart. So, and then I told y'all about the Slim Sisters Facebook, all about social media. That video that they did, you can go watch that. It's on their team page. If you need to know where to find that, message me and I'll tag you in it so you can find it. And then I was talking about your list. So start using your friends list on Facebook to make that list. Start making a list, start thinking about reaching out to those people, but start with your inner circle. The people that love you, the people that care about you, they're the ones that you're going to have a good practice on them of just explaining what you're doing, explaining the business, explaining the products. It's good practice because you can say something totally stupid and they're not going to hate you for it. They're going to be forgiving, so you can start with your inner circle, your parents, your siblings, your bestest friends. Talk to them first and see if this is something they'd love to do with you, because you can be kind of candid with them and be like, hey, you've got to do this with me. You've got to. You will love it. We can do it together. It's going to be great. So start with those people. And then start working your list. Start working that list after you've practiced on your inner circle, then start working those people. Usually I say to make a list of at least 100 people. And I've pushed myself lately and I've made a list of 200 people. So push yourself and start working that list. Making a list doesn't do any good if it just sits on your desk and you never talk to those people. You've got to reach out. And then beyond that, 90% of this business is going to be follow-up. So once you've started reaching out with those people, maybe they don't answer you at first. That's okay. Check in with them in about 10 days. And then if they don't answer you again, widen that time frame and reach out to them again a little bit later. But you're going to want to follow up. That's 90% of this business is just checking back in. If someone's interested in what you're talking about, and then they never really do take the leap of faith, then when you want to follow up, you can present them with some new information. We have specials sometimes. Maybe you want to, when I follow up, I usually present people with new information. So if I know someone was interested last month, and I know that whatever, they couldn't afford it, and they said, yeah, maybe later, maybe another time, then I'll just maybe say something like, hey, I know you were interested. I wanted to check in with you and see if you had any more questions for me. I'm having an opportunity meeting, or I'm having a special right now. I always want to present them with something new. So I don't, that could be anything for you. Maybe you want to offer an incentive. Maybe you want to, I don't know what it is, but I usually always have an opportunity call that they can get on, or I have a special that I'm running. And that's a good way. Or I just ask if they had any questions about, usually because I've sent them some information. I've either sent them a sample, I've sent them an email, or I've sent them a video to watch. So I'll check in and ask them about that. And if they never have answered me ever, then I'll say, hey, I just want to make sure you got my message. And then I thought about this, and I've been trying this lately, and it kind of works pretty good. I'll say, I hope I didn't offend you by messaging you out of the blue like that. And if people think that you feel like you might have offended them, they're likely to get back with you and be like, oh, no, we're good. Everything's good. I just saw it and didn't, I just missed it. And so I've found that that's pretty good. But yeah, always following up. Like I said, 90% of this business, you can reach out to people all day long, but if you don't follow up, you're probably not going to get it. It's going to take a lot of following up and a lot of being persistent. You might feel like you're begging people, but Tiffany is a prime example of me working on somebody for 8 long months and finally getting her to jump in, and she's on fire and loves it and more dedicated than anybody. So it's a good example. Keep following up. Keep working your list. Okay, the next thing, we're talking about Facebook a little bit. Once you signed up, you were added to team pages. You were added to the Pink Ladies. You were added to my team page. You were added to Slim Sisters, most likely. You're going to want to interact on those team pages. The people that are reading the stuff that we post, again, we don't do it for fun. We do it for your benefit. We do it so that you can learn something that you can apply to your business and keep growing. So when you see something's posted, take 2 seconds and read it and look over it and see if it's something that you can apply to help you grow and interact. Let Tiffany or Lynn or whoever is posting the things, let them know that you saw it and that you appreciate it, like it, do that stuff. It makes us feel like we're actually helping you, and it goes a long way. And interacting on those team pages is good for you. Because it's going to show you, I found that I have people that I knew from elementary school that are now Facebook friends with people that I went to college with because they've been interacting on my team page, and now they're supporting each other in their businesses. So hopefully that makes sense. But interacting on the team pages is good for everybody, and I really, really encourage you to do that. And also to make team calls a priority. You guys have obviously done a good job of that. You're on this call right now, but we have calls pretty frequently with me or with other people on our upline. And if it's something that we say, hey, you should get on this call, we're going to cover this, this, and this, it's probably worth your time. There are calls that I see sometimes that I don't tell y'all about because I don't feel like they'll be worth your time. So if it's something that we're promoting and we're encouraging you to get on, try to get on those. I know you can't make every single thing. I know family has to be a bigger priority, but trying to squeeze those in, we don't have them all that much, so try to get on when you can. The next thing I'd encourage you to do is to set up a 3-way call with your upline. This is something I've been trying to do better about, but if you're really wanting to run with this business, I encourage you to get on a 3-way call with your sponsor and their sponsor. So if Tiffany is your sponsor, then me and you and Tiffany could all do a 3-way call. Or if Lynn is your sponsor, then you and Lynn and Tiffany all do a 3-way call, and you can go over your goals. We can answer your questions one-on-one. We can get everything covered. And so if we do that right out of the gate with people when they sign up, because we want everything to be duplicatable. So if we do this with you, then you sign somebody that really wants to work this business, then you will get them on a team call right away out of the gate so that we can get all your questions answered, all of their questions answered, and get you guys set up for success as quickly as possible. So I've been doing better about that. I've got Zoom scheduled like crazy because I'm trying to get everybody engaged and equipped to run their businesses like really, really well. So if we haven't done that with you yet, we need to set that up. Okay. Next thing I want you to do, if you haven't done this already, is to go follow or friend your upline. So that would be Jana, that'd be Amber, that'd be me. If we're not Facebook friends, I feel like everyone on here is. But go friend those people or follow them if they have too many friends. I mean, Celeste Gwynn is in our upline. She's a double diamond. She has way over 5,000 friends. She can't accept any more friend requests. So you can hit the follow button though, and you can see all of her posts and see what she's doing and duplicate that in your business. So also, I would say get a list of 10 people you could get it from Tiffany, you could get it from me, of people that you should go follow on Facebook, people that are doing really, really well. Maybe they're not in our upline, but they're jewels with Plexus and they know what they're doing, and following them will help you. I've also been telling people this lately. Find someone in Plexus that you relate to who's killing it and do what they're doing and watch them. Let them be an inspiration to you. I have someone like that. She's a young mom of 2 kids. They're older than my kids, but she's a young mom. She's blonde. She's fun. I feel like we'd be friends. You know, I relate to her. So I try to pay attention to what she's doing and what her approach is, because I feel like we have a lot in common. If you sign a college student to your team, you're going to want to give that person another college student that's doing really well with the business that they can look to and they can try to do what they're doing, so that they see that it's possible for them. For someone like them, it's possible. We've got men who are killing it with Plexus. We've got older people that are killing it. We've got college students all across the board. Nurses, teachers, moms, all that stuff. So you can find someone that you relate to who's doing amazing, and you can live vicariously through them until you make it. Does that make sense? Just kind of use them as inspiration. Okay, trying to look at my notes. Okay. Also, encourage you to find a power partner. Hopefully this is someone you can sign to your team. But if you don't have one yet, ask for one. We can get you an accountability partner. We can pair you with someone that you have stuff in common with, and you guys can bounce ideas off of each other. You can encourage each other. You can be accountable to each other. And that's really, really important with this business, just to have someone that's in the trenches with you, that's working hard, that can encourage you and pick you up when you're having a hard day, and you guys can bounce ideas off of each other and all that stuff. Find a power partner. Hopefully you get this person on your team, but if not, get a sideline power partner. If you don't have one, we can definitely pair you with someone. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is to set realistic monthly goals. I don't want you to set little tiny goals that you could do in a couple of weeks for a whole month. But I also don't want you to set really huge goals that you couldn't possibly do, no one could do, and then you're going to be disappointed. Set something that's super realistic. A good goal that I think everyone should accomplish in their first 30 days and every 30 days is adding 3 people. So for me, that's my personal goal. My team can go crazy, and I focus on training my team, and I want them all to add 3 people, but I personally want to add 3 people every single month, and I've been able to do that every single month. So I know that you guys can do that every single month. In my opinion, that's a realistic monthly goal. If you can do more than that, great. Some months I've done way more than that. Some months I've barely gotten 3. Every month's going to be different, but that's a good, realistic starting goal, is to get those 3 people. Understand the power of 3. Going silver is powerful, because if you can get 3 and then those 3 can get 3 and those 3 can get 3, you want everything to be duplicatable. We've got a chart. I can put it on your team page as soon as this call is over about the power of 3, and you can see how just 3 people can get you an amazing business. So you really going silver every single month. You're not going to get that bonus every single month, but getting that every single month is going to be just very, very important for your business. It's good foundation for your business. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is to learn one line about all of our products. One line. We don't have 500 products. We have not even 20, I don't even think. I think we have 17 products, 17 or 18. Knowing one line, that's going to build confidence in you while you start talking to those people, to know what to recommend, to know what they're going to need. And it's just one line. You don't have to know them. I feel like people are intimidated by the products. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a medical professional. And so I can't tell you what every ingredient does. I cannot tell you all the ins and outs about everything. But I can tell you one line. And that will get me through a conversation with somebody, because I can tell you the basics enough to sound educated about it. And that's really, really helpful. So don't be intimidated by the products. Just know one line. And you can build on that as you grow in the business, but start with that one line about every single product. Okay, speaking of products, you need to be consistent with your products. So you just started with Plexus. Everyone's fairly new. Like I said, you need to be consistent, because that's how you're going to build a testimony. When someone says, what have they done for you? If you just got started, they're going to understand that. But if you got started 6 months ago and you don't have anything to show for it, nothing that's happened because you haven't been consistent, that's going to hurt you. So you're going to want to be consistent. You're going to want to fall in love with the products, be a product of the product. And that doesn't mean that you have to have some big weight loss testimonial. I want you to really remember, especially if you got into it for weight loss, because that's going to be something that you need to keep in mind. It is not just weight loss. Marketing it only for weight loss is going to really hurt you. And that's something I did in the beginning, which was so stupid considering I was pregnant and have never been overweight in my life. So that was just really dumb way to market it. It really needs to be the focus on overall health, overall wellness, and also promoting the business. So just keep in mind that it's not all about weight loss, and share those non-scale victories as they happen for you. Maybe your skin is looking clearer. Maybe you're sleeping better through the night. Maybe you woke up with more energy. Maybe you passed by that plate of donuts and you didn't need one because you don't have cravings anymore. Or you've been able to, kick the Diet Cokes or whatever it is. That's not necessarily a huge weight loss testimony. That's non-scale stuff that's going to speak to people. So you need to make sure you're paying attention to how the products are working for you, however big or small, and share that with people. Share that on Facebook. Share that with people that would want to know about it. And then if you guys did get into it for weight loss, take a before picture. Now, if you've not done that, take a before picture and measure yourself. Don't weigh yourself. I don't care how much you weigh. I want to know I don't want to know, but you need to know how you measure, because you're going to lose inches way before you lose pounds, and pounds just show up differently on people. I've seen it over and over again in this business. So you're going to want to take a before picture and measure if you got into this for weight loss, so that you have something to show for it down the road. And so you can see, because maybe it's not going to show up on the scale, but it will show up in the way your clothes are fitting, and it's going to show up in your inches, and it's going to show up in those pictures. Maybe you'll see it in your face. Maybe you won't lose any weight, but you'll see it in your face, or in your arms or something. So take that picture and measure yourself if it's applicable to you. It would have been dumb for me to do that. Like I said, I was pregnant. I was gaining weight rapidly. It was not applicable for me to do that. So if it is for you, do that now. Okay. Next thing I want to encourage you to do is to find resources. Like I said, we're here to answer your questions. We're here to help you, equip you, train you, all that stuff. But there are plenty of resources out there for you to learn everything that you need to know about this business. If I quit, if Tiffany quit, if Lynn quit, you guys could still do this. You don't need us. You need to be able to do this yourself. And we'll carry you till you get there, but find the resources. YouTube videos are great training resources. There's Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Timmy Yancey, Emily Roberts. We can get you a list if you haven't already found these people, and start watching those in the nooks and crannies of your day. You've got 5 minutes, while you're sitting in the car before you go to the grocery store, watch a training video. While you're in the shower, I have a little ledge on my shower door, and I put it on the top of there, and I can listen to one while I'm in the shower. I'm not watching it, but I'm listening to it, and I'm fitting it in my day somewhere where I can. Some of them are an hour long. Some of them are 5 minutes. Find one every single day and watch it. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can find some good ones. If you're really looking for good documents and training materials, plexuspowertools.com. It's $10 a year. Everything on there is compliance approved. It's been a great resource for me, so I want to encourage you to do that. And then the team pages. Our team pages are great resources. I've been trying to be better about adding to the files section of our team pages, but the Slim Sisters, they have a lot of good stuff in the files section. And then if you were added to more team pages, if you want to be added to more team pages, if you don't feel like you were added to very many, ask your sponsor and they'll add you to more. Maybe they didn't want to overwhelm you. I know sometimes I add people to all of them. Sometimes I add people to 2. So you can be added to more, and you can find a lot more resources. While you're looking for resources, I encourage you to find a good training video on the compensation plan. You've started working for this company, and you need to know how to get paid. You need to know what's going to get you paid, what you need to focus on, how you're going to get the most out of it. I wouldn't start working for some business somewhere and not know how much money I'm going to make, or not know what I need to focus on. So go find a good training video on the compensation plan. That's on my list, to do a good training video like for YouTube that you guys can refer back to on the compensation plan. But there's a good one from Sonia Dudley that you can find, and she goes over with you how to get paid, and then you can refer back to that. You need to know how to get paid. You need to know what to focus on, because that's a big difference. It's going to make a difference for what you promote and how you start working your business. Speaking of business, it's my last point. It's probably my most important. Treat this like a business. If you got into it to make extra income or to lose weight, whatever, but now you're interested in making some money, you need to treat it like a business. This is the best business opportunity out there. I can promise you that. Maybe you think I'm crazy. That's all right. Don't care. I'm crazy about it. I'm excited. It is the best opportunity out there for you. You need to treat it like a business. If you went out and opened a traditional business, you would have gone into thousands of dollars of debt. And based on that, you would probably work like your life depended on it. You would make sure that your business was producing. You would show up every day to work. You'd make sure the lights were on, the door was unlocked, and people could come in and they could buy from you, they could work for you, whatever. But you would treat it really seriously if you had invested that kind of money. With Plexus, we only invested $35. So I find that a lot of people jump into it and it's kind of like, well, if it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatever. I didn't really invest that much. But you're going to miss out on a really, really awesome opportunity. So I encourage you to treat it like a business, because if you don't, someone else will. And at some point, this is going to be kind of like, those other companies out there that we've all heard of that have been around for a while, where if you wanted to buy makeup from somebody, I could just take my pick of who I like best on my friends list and find somebody to sell me a great mascara or something. That's kind of how Plexus is going to be. We're still new. So you're going to want to make sure that you work it before everyone else is and you don't miss out. And I'm just totally being serious, because I really, really think that this is just about to be explosive. So you want to make sure your lights are on, your door is open, and you're showing up to work every single day. Just my opinion. Anyway, speaking of that, we all did pay $35, and none of us, except for Lynn, I don't know, maybe you've done network marketing before, maybe you are a professional. I was not a professional when I started. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything. So I want to encourage you to get some books, watch those videos. 2 good books to get is GoPro and Rock Your Network Marketing Business. I've read GoPro. I just started Rock Your Network Marketing Business right here. It is teeny tiny. So I've been telling people to start with GoPro, but I actually got this one in the mail, and I think this one might be a better one to start with because it's so simple. So you can get through it a lot faster. It looks like I could read this in like 2 days, maybe 1 day. I don't know. But I've heard great things about this. GoPro was amazing, and it built a lot of confidence in me. It helped me to figure out that, yes, I can do this. Anyone can do this. You just got to develop the right skills. But treat it like a business. Treat it seriously. Know what you're doing. I'm going to make a list of these things. I don't know if y'all were taking notes or not, and I'll put them in your team page along with the visual of the Power of 3 so you guys can see that. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope it was beneficial and that I'm not just rambling on and on, but I do think these are things that you need to look at every single 30 days, adding those 3 people, being consistent with your products, posting on Facebook, making your lists, working your lists, following up with people. Those are all very, very important foundational things for your business every single 30 days. So I am going to, at this time, I felt like there was something else I was going to say. Oh, there is one more thing. I'm moving on to a different topic. I want to do something special for your team in way of prizes, because I've just been crazy about giving away prizes lately. And so Tiffany and I talked about you guys understanding the power of 3. And so whether you've gone silver or not, we want you to add 3 new level 1s to your organization, which Jenny just has a leg up on everybody because she added her level 1 tonight. So she has got 1 from today from this call until, when did we say, Tiffany? I cannot remember.
February 15th.
February 15th. So if you can add 3 people personally, not your team, you personally add 3 people to your team from now until February 15th, then I have a pair of Kate Spade earrings upstairs. I just have I just have this little bin of stuff I'm stocking up on. I've not worn them. I bought them new for a prize for something. I'm not saying I have this old bin of old stuff I'm going to give away. No, I've got a new pair of Kate Spade earrings that I'm going to give away to someone who adds 3 people. I'll put your name in a drawing. I think the stipulation needs to be at least 2 of you need to do it. So make it a little competitive. I know you guys can. I feel really, really good about your team. You guys are awesome. I see you guys supporting each other. I see you guys interacting. You guys are doing awesome. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to turn it over to you now, Tiffany. That is all I got. And I think we're going to answer any questions y'all have in a minute. So I'll stay on for that.
Yeah, so I'm holding a child that may scream any moment, so we're going to make this quick. But I wanted to challenge each of you to, I hope at this point that you all know your why, of why you want to do this business and why you are putting your time and energy into this. But I wanted to share my why because we were recently challenged in a challenge that I'm participating in to write down our why. Before I wrote this, I was told your why should make you cry. And I was also told that it should not be one sentence long, that it should be however long it needed to be to get your point across. So I'm going to read you my why, and I'm probably going to cry. But I'm going to challenge you guys each to know your why and write it down. Mom, you need to ask a question right this minute.
Yeah, I just need to tell you, can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a person that needs me to call them right now about Plexus, so I'm going to go call them and I'll come back. But I want you to know why.
Oh, it's so important. Go.
Okay, bye.
Okay. The worst student in the bunch. That's her. Okay. My whole life, all I've wanted to do is help people. I've also wanted to work and bring in income to my family. When I had Quinn, January 13th, 2013, everything changed. Being a nurse wasn't my identity anymore. I was a mom. That turned my world upside down. I'll never forget going back to my hospital job 9 short weeks after giving birth and literally sobbing the whole drive there. The whole 12-hour days, I struggled to focus and put my best foot forward for my patients. The tears and heartbreak continued as I left my heart with someone else each day to go care for other people's moms, dads, husbands, wives, daughters, and friends. I just wasn't the same. God blessed us with Quinn, and he also blessed me with the serious heart to be home with her and raise her as a stay-at-home mom. But student debt literally would not allow that. I had to work, and we needed my income. Fast forward to January 2014, God honored my cries and blessed me with a work-from-home nursing position with a large insurance company, making the same income we just had to have. Now, I still had to have a sitter, but I could at least have flexible hours, shorter days, and see Quinn throughout. I felt like it was a dream come true, and I was and still am very grateful for that opportunity. Inner Plexus. I watched my friend's sister Ashley start posting on Facebook. Awesome, another multi-level marketing company, blah. But wait, it's helping people. I started reading testimonies, found it interesting, but still skeptical. I reached out to Ashley and asked some questions. Okay, but still way too skeptical to join in any way. I made up some excuse and left it alone. February 2015, we are blessed with a positive pregnancy test, another baby. About a month into my pregnancy, I found myself struggling with serious anxiety about returning to work post-baby and leaving 2 little loves with someone else. My heart just broke and so strongly yearned to be their daily care instead of someone else. Life continued in July of that year. After many prayers and tears about wanting to be home with the kids, we chose to put our beautiful home we built just 2 short years prior up for sale with the hopes of downsizing and me having the option of working part-time. God met us where we were, and in just 1 month we had an offer and we were moving. And all this time I kept watching Ashley. I'm so sorry. I did not plan to do this. I kept seeing her stupid hashtag, watch me or join me, and it drove me insane. So 6 months pregnant in September 2015, I contacted her again and asked more questions. I really felt like God was calling me to give this a shot. I took a few more days and prayed about it, and I just couldn't let it go this time. This could be my chance to change my life and be home, just like Ashley. With skeptical support from my husband, I enrolled as an ambassador and got started. So here I am, 4 months later, getting serious about my business. I'm almost a gold ambassador with so much hope for the year ahead. I'm going to return full-time to work for maternity leave next week, and while I'm dreading that so very much, I see an end in sight. When I reach senior gold, I will have the option to quit my full-time job, and praise God for that. I've set out huge goals for myself for the year ahead. I believe in this company and the products we have to share. I believe in my God-given ability to share them and touch people's lives. I also believe in the God-given desire I have to be with my 2 beautiful daughters throughout the 40 hours I will currently have to share them with someone else while I work my full-time job. Plexus is my way out, but it's so much more. I'll be honored to help others get well, be well, and stay well, while I rock my little babies and show them the love only a mother can. I will be senior gold by March because my 2 little girls depend on it. I will work harder than I ever have at this job, which feels like fun, to change our lives and anyone else's I can forever. I absolutely cannot wait. Here's to being that crazy Plexus lady. Watch me and join me. Whew, okay, sorry. So that's me. I wanted to share that with you guys because this is a very raw thing for me, and it's very real, and I know so many of you feel the exact same way, and I just really challenge you to put it on paper because it's different when you look at it and read it and share it with someone. So that is my sappy story for the day. Please write that down. Find your why and really mean it. I was going to talk about goal setting, but I think I'm going to be done because I think that was enough for one day. I do challenge you guys to, set out serious goals for yourself, and writing stuff down and making it where you can see it and putting it in front of you really changes things. So I challenge each of you to do that. And that's really where my heart is at. And I want this so badly for each of you, just as badly as I want it for me. And I believe in us. I think we have a lot going on that is taking us to the top. And when we all have our Lexuses, we'll all drive across wherever we are and meet up and hang out. And the people that laughed at us don't get to ride. So that's the decision that I've made. All right. I don't